In faith.
A pair of stocks, you rogue!
You're a baggage. The Slys are no rogues. Look in the chronicles. We came in with Richard Conqueror. Therefore, paucas palabras. Let the world slide. Cessa.
You will not pay for the glasses you have burst?
No, not to deny her. Go to thy cold bed and warm thee.
I know my remedy. I'll go fetch the head borough.
Third or fourth or fifth borough. I'll answer him by law. I'll not budge an inch, boy. Let him come. And kindly.
Huntsman, I charge thee, tender well my house. Breathe merriment, poor curs embossed, and couple clouder with the deep mouth broth. Sawest thou not, boy, how silver made it good at the hedge corner in the coldest fault? I would not lose the dog for 20 pounds.
Why, Bellman is as good as he, my lord. He cried upon it at the merest loss, and twice today picked out the dullest scent. Trust me, I take him for the better dog.
Thou art a fool. If Echo were as fleet, I would esteem him worth a dozen such. But sup them well and look unto them all. Tomorrow I intend to hunt again.
I will, my lord.
What's here? One dead or drunk? See doth he breathe?
He breathes, my lord. Were he not warmed with ale, this were bed but cold to sleep so soundly.
Oh, monstrous beast, how like a swine he lies. Grim death, how foul and loathsome is thine image. Sirs, I will practice upon this drunken man. What think you, if he were conveyed to bed, wrapped in sweet clothes, rings put upon his fingers, a most delicious banquet by his bed, and brave attendants near him when he wakes, would not the beggar then forget himself?
Believe me, lord, I think he cannot choose. It would seem strange unto him when he waked.
Even as a flattering dream or worthless fancy, then take him up and manage well the jest. Carry him gently to my fairest chamber, and hang it round with all my wanton pictures. Balm his foul head in warm distillate waters, and burn sweet wood to make the lodging sweet. Procure me music, ready when he wakes, to make a dulcet and a heavenly sound. And if he chance to speak, be ready straight, and with a low, submissive reverence say, "What is it your honor will command?" Let one attend him with a silver basin, full of rose water and bestrewed with flowers. Another bear the ewer, the third a diaper, and say, "Will it please your lordship, cool your hands?" Someone be ready with a costly suit, and ask him what apparel he will wear. Another tell him of his hounds and horse, and that his lady mourns at his disease. Persuade him that he hath been lunatic, and when he says he is, say that he dreams, for he is nothing but a mighty lord. Do this kindly. It will be pastime passing excellent if it be husbanded with modesty.
My lord, I warn you we will play our part. As he shall think, by our true diligence, he is no less than what we say he is.
Take him up gently, and each into his office when he wakes. Sirrah, go see what trumpet 'tis that sounds. Be like some noble gentleman that means traveling some journey to repose him here. How now, who is it?
If you please, your honor, players out of service to your lordship.
Bid them come near. Now, fellows, you are welcome.
We thank your honor.
Do you intend to stay with me tonight?
So please, your honor, to accept our service.
With all my heart. This fellow I remember since you played a farmer's eldest son. 'Twas where you wooed the gentlewoman so well.
I think 'twas Soto that your honor means.
'Tis very true. Thou didst it excellent. Now, you are come to me in merry time, the rather for I have some sport in hand, wherein your cunning can assist me much. There is a lord will hear you play tonight, but I am doubtful of your modesties, for the lord has never heard of play. Lest over-eyeing his odd behavior, you break into some merry passion and so offend him. For I tell you, sirs, if you should smile, he grows impatient.
Fear not, my lord. We can contain ourselves were he the veriest antic in the world.
Go, Sirrah, take them to the buttery and give them friendly welcome, everyone. Let them want nothing that my house affords. Sirrah, Go you to Bartholomew, my page, and see him dressed in all suits like a lady. That done, conduct him to the drunkard's chamber, and call him madam. Do him obeisance. Tell him from me, as he will win my love. He bear himself with honorable action, as he hath observed in noble ladies unto their wards, by them accomplished. Such duty to the drunkard let him do, with soft low tongue, and lowly courtesy, and say, what is it your honor will command, wherein your lady and your humble wife may show her duty and make known her love. Such duty to the drunkard do, may show her duty and make known her love. And then, with kind embracements, tempting kisses, and declining to head into his bosom, bid him shed tears as being overjoyed to see her noble lord restored to health, who for the 7 years hath esteemed him no better than a poor and loathsome beggar. And if the boy have not the woman's gift, to rain a shower of commanded tears, an onion will do well for such a shift, which, being in a napkin close conveyed, shall in despite enforce a watery eye. See this dispatch with all the haste thou canst. Anon I'll give thee more instructions. I have no doubt the boy will well usurp the grace, voice, gait, and action of a gentlewoman. I long to hear him call the drunkard husband, and how my men will stay themselves from laughter when they give homage to the simple peasant. I'll in to counsel them. Haply my presence may well abate the over-merry spleen, which otherwise may grow into extremes.
Out. A pot of small ale.
Would it please my lord to drink a cup of sack?
Oh, will please thy honor taste of these conserves?
What raiment will your honor wear today? I am Christophoro Sly. Call me not honor nor lordship. I never drank sack in my life. And if you give me any conserves, give me conserves of beef. Never ask what raiment I'll wear. For I have no more doublets than backs, no more stockings than legs, nor no more shoes than feet. Nay, sometimes more feet than shoes, or such shoes as my toes look through the over-leather.
Heaven seize this idle humor in your honor. Oh, that a mighty man of such descent, of such possessions, and so high esteem should be infused with so foul a spirit.
What, would you make me mad? Am not I, Christopher Sly, old Sly's son of Burton Keith, by birth a peddler, by education a card maker, by transmutation a bearer, and by present profession a tinker? Ask Marian Hackett, the fat alewife of Wincott, if she know me not. If she say I am not 14 pence on the score for sheer ale, then score me up as the most lyingest knave in Christendom. What? I am not bestruck. Here's...
Oh, this it is that makes your lady mourn.
Oh, this it is that makes your servants true.
Hence comes it that your kindred shuns your house, as beaten hence by your strange lunacy. O noble lord, bethink thee of thy birth. Call home thy ancient thoughts from banishment, and banish hence these abject, lowly thoughts. Look how thy servants do attend on thee, each in his office, ready at thy beck. Wilt thou have music? Hark, Apollo plays, and 20-caged nightingales do sing. Or wilt thou sleep? We'll have thee to a couch softer and sweeter than the lustful bed on purpose trimmed for Semiramis. Sayest thou wilt walk, we will bestrew the ground. Or wilt thou ride? Thy horses shall be trapped, their harnesses studded all with gold and pearl. Dost thou love hawking? Thou hast hawks, will soar above the morning lark. Or wilt thou hunt? Thy hounds shall make the welkin answer them, and fetch shrill echoes from the hollow earth.
Say thou of course. Thy grammar is as swift as breathed stags, aye, fleeter than the roe.
Dost thou love pictures? We will fetch thee straight Adonis painted by the running brook, and Cithra, all in sedges hid, which seemed to move in wanton with the breath, even as the sedges play with wind.
We'll show thee Io as she was made, and how she was beguiled and surprised, as lively painted as the deed was done.
Or Daphne running through a thorny wood, scratching her legs that one shall swear she bleeds. And at that sight shall sad Apollo weep. So workmanly the blood and tears are drawn.
Thou art a lord, and nothing but a lord. Thou hast a woman far more beautiful than any lady in this waning age.
Until tears that she had shed for thee, like envious floods, arose in her face. She was the fairest creature in all the world, and yet inferior to none.
Am I a lord? And have I such a lady? Or do I dream? Or have I dreamt till now? I do not sleep. I see. I hear. I speak. I smell sweet savors, and I feel soft things. Upon my life, I am a lord indeed. Not a tinker, nor Christopher Sly. Well, bring our lady hither to our sight, and once again, a pot of the smallest ale.
Oh, will it please your Midas to wash your hands? Oh, how we joy to see your wit restored. Oh, that once more you knew but what you are. Oh, these 15 years you have been in a dream, or when you waked, so waked as if you slept.
These 15 years? By my fay, a goodly nap. But did I never speak in all that time?
Oh, yes, my lord, but very idle words. For though you lay here in goodly chamber, and yet you would say you're beating our own door, and rail upon the hostess of the house, because she wouldn't present you at the leaf. And she brought stone jugs and no sealed corpse, and yet you would call it a Cicero hack.
Aye, the woman's maid of the house.
Why, sir, you know no house, nor no such maid, nor no such men as have been reckoned up, as Stephen Sly and old John Napes of Greaves, and Henry Pimpernel and Peter Turf, and 20 more such names of men as these, which never were, no man ever saw.
Well, thank the Lord for my good amends.
Amen.
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 I thank thee, thou shalt not lose by it.
How fares my noble lord?
Mary, I fare well, for here is cheer enough. Where is my wife?
Here, noble lord, what is thy will with her?
Are you my wife, and you will not call me husband? My lord, my men call me lord. I am your goodman.
My husband and my lord and my husband, I'm your wife in all obedience.
I know it well. What must I call her?
Madam.
Alice, madam, or Joan, madam?
Madam, and nothing else. So lords call ladies.
Madam wife, they say I have slept above these 15 years or more.
I know time these 30 on to evening, all this time abandoned from your bed.
'Tis much. Servants, leave me and her alone. Madam, undress you, and come now to bed.
I entreat of you to pardon me yet for a night or two, or if not so, until the sun be set, for your physicians have expressly charged, in peril to incur your former malady. I let this reason stand for my excuse.
Aye, it stands so that I may hardly tarry so long, but I would be loath to fall into my dreams again. Therefore I will tarry in despite of the flesh and the blood.
Your honors, place, hearing your amendment, are come to play a pleasant comedy. For so your doctors hold it very mean, seeing too much sadness hath congealed your blood, and melancholy is the nurse of frenzy. Therefore, they thought it good you hear a play, and frame your mind to mirth and merriment, which bars 1,000 harms and lengthens life.
Mary, I will. Let them play it. Is not a comedy a Christmas gambol or a tumbling trick?
No, my good lord, it is a more pleasing stuff.
What, household stuff?
It is a kind of history.
Well, we'll see it. Come, madam, sit by my side and let the world slip. We shall never be younger.
Tranio, since for the great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I am arrived for fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy. And by my father's love and leave, am armed with his good will and thy good company. My trusty servant well approved in all, here let us breathe. And happily institute a course of learning and ingenious studies. Pisa, renowned for grave citizens, gave me my being, and my father first, a merchant of great traffic through the world. Vincenzio, come of the Bentivolii. Vincenzio's son, brought up in Florence, it shall become to serve all hopes conceived, to deck his fortune with his virtuous deeds. And therefore, Tranio, for the time, I study virtue. And that part of philosophy will I apply that treats of happiness by virtue specially to be achieved. Now tell me thy mind, for I have Pisa left, and am to Padua come, as he that leaves a shallow plash to plunge him in the deep, and with satiety seeks to quench his thirst.
Mi perdonato, gentle master mine. I am at all affected as yourself, glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline. Let's be no Stoics, nor no Stocks, I pray, or so devote to Aristotle's checks as Ovid, he an outcast, quite a jerk. Mock logic with acquaintance that you have, and practice rhetoric in your common talk. Music and poesy used to quicken you. The mathematics and the metaphysics, fall to them as you find your stomach serves you. No profit grows where is no pleasure ta'en. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Gramercies, Tranio. Well dost thou advise. If beyond Dello thou were to come ashore, we could at once put us to readiness, and take a lodging fit to entertain such friends as time in Padua shall beget. But what company is this?
Master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, importune me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Catherine, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To Carter, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio. Will you any wife?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Mates, maid? How mean you that? No mates for you, unless you're of a gentler, milder mold.
If faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. I wish it is not halfway to her heart. But if it were, doubt not her care should be to comb your daughter with a three-legged stool and paint your face and use you like a fool!
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us.
And me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here's some good pastime toward. That wench is stark mad. What can go?
But in the other's silence do I see maid's mild behavior and sobriety. Peace, Tranio.
Well said, master. Mum, and gaze your fill.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said, Bianca, get thee in, and let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee ne'ertheless, my girl.
Oh, a pretty Pete. It is best put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments will be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Hark, Tranio, thou mayest hear Minerva speak.
Signor Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mew her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell, and make her bear the penance of her tongue?
Gentlemen, content you. I am resolved. Go in, Bianca. And, for I know she taketh most delight in music, instruments, and poetry, schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her youth. If you, Hortensio, or Signor Gremio, you know any such, prefer them hither. For to cunning men I will be very kind, and liberal to mine own children, in good bringing up. And so, farewell. Catherine, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why, and I trust I may go too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours as though I knew not what to take and what to leave? Ha!
You may go to the devil's dam. Your gifts are so good, here's none that will hold you. Their love is not so great, Hortensio, but we may blow our nails and fasten them fairly out. Our cake's dough on both sides. Farewell. Yet, for the love I bear my sweet Bianca, if I can, by any means, light on a fit man to find that wherein she delights, I will send him to her father.
So will I, Signor Gremio. But a word, I pray. Though the nature of our quarrel yet never brooked quarrel, know now upon advice it toucheth us both, that we may yet again have access to our fair mistress, and be happy rivals in Bianca's love. To labor and effect one thing special.
What's that, I pray?
Marry, sir, to get a husband for her sister.
A husband? A devil!
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio? Though her father be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell.
Tush, Gremio, though it pass your patience and mine to endure her loud alarums, why, there be good fellows in the world, and a man could light on them, would take her with all faults, and money enough.
I cannot tell, but I had as lief take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. But come, since this bar-in-law makes us friends, it shall be so far forth friendly maintained. till by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest free for a husband, and then have to it afresh. Sweet Bianca, happy man be his dole. He who runs fastest gets the ring. How say you, Signor Gremio?
I am agreed. And would I had given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, and bed her, and rid the house of her. Come on.
I pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love in idleness. And now in plainness do confess to thee that art to me as secret and as dear as Anna to the Queen of Carthage was. Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish, Tranio, if I achieve not this young modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, it is no time to chide you now. Affection is not rated from the heart. If love have touched you, naught remains but so. Redime te captum quamqueas minimo.
Gramercies, lad. Go forward. This contents. The rest will comfort, for thy counsels sound.
Master, you looked so longly on the maid. Perhaps you marked not what's the pith of all.
Oh, yes. I saw sweet beauty in her face, such as the daughter of Agenor had, that made great Jove to humble him to her hand, when with his knees he kissed the Cretan strand.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears might hardly endure the din?
Tranio, I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her.
Nay then, 'tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, awake, sir! If you love the maid, bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. The elder sister is so cursed and shrewd, that till the father rid his hands of her, master, your love must live a maid at home, and therefore has closely mewed her up, because she will not be annoyed with suitors.
Oh, Tranio, what a cruel father's he! But art thou not advised he took some care to get her cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Aye, marry am I, sir. And now 'tis plotted.
I haven't, Tranio.
Master, for my hand, both our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You will be schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done?
Not possible. For who will bear your part and be in Padua here, Vincenzio's son? Keep house and ply his book, welcome his friends, visit his countrymen, and banquet them.
Basta. Content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we be distinguished by our faces for man or master. Then it follows thus. Thou shalt be Master Tranio in my stead. Keep house and port and servants as I should. I will some other be, some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or meaner man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched and shall be so. Tranio, at once uncase thee. Take my colored hat and cloak. When Biondello comes, he waits on thee. Yet I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
So had you need. In brief, sir, sith it your pleasure is, and I am tied to be obedient, so your father charged me at our party. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, although I think 'twas in another sense. I am content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves. And let me be a slave to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Here comes the rogue. Sirrah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now, where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Or you his, or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sirrah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest, and therefore frame your manners to the time. Your fellow, Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, and I, for my escape, have put on his. For in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, in fear I was described. Wait you on him, I charge you, as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand?
Aye, sir. Ne'er a whit.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
Better for him. Would I were so too.
So could I, faith boy, to have the next wish after, that Lucentio indeed had Baptista's youngest daughter. But, sirrah, not for my sake, but for your master's, I advise you use your manners discreetly in all kind of companies. When I'm alone, why then I'm Tranio, but in all places else, your master, Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One thing more rests, that thyself execute, to make one among these wooers. If thou ask me why, suffice it, my reasons are both good and weighty.
My lord, you do not mind the play?
Yes, by St. Anne, do I. A good matter, surely. Comes there any more of it?
My lord, 'tis but begun.
'Tis a very excellent piece of work. Would it were done.
Verona, for a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua. One of all, my best beloved and approved friend, Hortensio. And I trow this is his house. Here, Sir Grumio. Knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? Is there any man has to abuse your worship?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir? Who am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say knock me at this gate and rap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master is grown quarrelsome, and I should knock you first, then know I after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Face here, and you'll not knock, I'll ring it. I'll try how you can so far and sing it.
Help, misters, help! My master is mad!
Now knock when I bid, you up, villain.
Oh, now, what's the matter? My old friend Grumio and my good friend Petruchio? How do you all at Verona?
Hortensio, come you to part the fray? Con tutto il terrore bentrovato, may I say.
Alla nostra casa benvenuto, molto onorato, signor mio Petruchio. Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
Nay, sir, 'tis no matter what he letters in Latin. If this be not a lawful cause for me to leave the service, look you, sir, he bid me knock him and rap him soundly, sir. Well, was it fit for a servant to use his master so, being perhaps for aught I see, 2 and 30 a pip out, whom would to God I had well knocked at first, then had not Grumio come by the worst.
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bid the rascal knock upon your gate and could not get him from my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate? Oh, heavens, speak not these words plainly. Knock me here, rap me here, knock me well and knock me soundly, and come you now with knocking at the gate?
Sirrah, be gone or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grumio's pledge. Why, this a heavy chance twixt him and you, your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant Grumio. And tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua here from old Verona?
Such winds as scatter young men through the world, to seek their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased, and I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and so come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I come roundly to thee, and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou wouldst thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich, if thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice. Therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, as wealth is burden of my wooing dance, be she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sybil, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates' vanity, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes at least affection's edge in me, were she as rough as are the swelling Adriatic seas. I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, and if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough, and marry him to a puppet, or an aglet baby, or an old trot with ne'er a tooth in her head. Though she have as many diseases as 2 and 50 horses, Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
Petruchio, shall I think, since we are a step thus far in, I will continue that I broached in jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, and young and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is fault enough, is that she's intolerable cursed, and Shrew and froward so beyond all measure, that, were my state far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Potentio, peace. I know it's not gold's effect. Tell me your father's name, and that is enough. For I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Her father is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Caterina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Potentio, till I see her, and therefore let me be thus bold with you, to give you over at this first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
Let him go while the humor lasts. And she knew him as well as I do. She would think scolding would do little good upon him. She may perhaps call him half a score knaves or so. Why, that's nothing. And he began, he'll rail in his rope tricks. I'll tell you what, sir. And she stand him but a little, he'll throw a figure in her face, and so disfigure her, that she shall have no more eyes to see withal than a cat. You know him not, sir.
Tarry, Petruchio, I must go with thee. For in Baptista's keep my treasure is, his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca, and her withholds from me and others more, suitors to her and rivals in my love, supposing it a thing impossible, for those defects I have before rehearsed, that ever Caterina will be wooed. Therefore this order hath Baptista ta'en, that none shall have access to Bianca till Caterine the Cursed have got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed? A title for a maid of all titles the worst.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me, disguised in sober robes, to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca, that so I may, by this disguise at least, have leave and leisure to make love to her, and unsuspected court her by herself.
Why, here's no knavery. See to beguile the old folks how the young folks lay their heads together. Master, master, look about you. Who goes there, huh?
Peace, Gremio, it is the rival of my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
A proper stripling and an amorous.
Oh, very well. I've perused the note. Hark you, sir, I'll have them fairly bound. All books of love. See that at any hand, and see that you read no other lectures to her. You understand me. Over and beside Senior Baptista's liberality, I'll mend it with the largest. Take your paper too, and I'll have them very well perfumed, for she is sweeter than perfume itself to whom they go to. What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, I'll plead for you as my patron. Stand you so assured as firmly as yourself were still in place. Yea, and perhaps with more successful words than you, unless you are a scholar, sir.
Oh, this learning, what a thing it is.
This woodcock, what an ass it is.
Gremio, Mum! God save you, Signor Gremio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Trow you whither I'm going? To Baptista Minola. And I promised to inquire carefully about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca. And I came across this young man, cunning in reading and other books. Good ones, I warrant you.
'Tis well, and I have met a gentleman hath promised me to help me to another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress. So shall I know it be behind in duty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deed shall prove.
And that his bag shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Listen to me, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell you news indifferent, good for either. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met. Upon agreement from us to his liking, will undertake to woo cursed Catherine, yea, and to marry her, if her dowry please.
So said, so done as well. Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she's an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, I hear no harm.
No, says me so, friend? What countryman?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead, my fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days and long to see.
Oh, sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But if you have the stomach, to it in God's name, and you shall have me assisting you in all. But Will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? Aye, or I'll hang her.
Why came I hither, but to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with wind, chafed like an angry roar, chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? Have I not, in pitched battle, heard loud larums, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? And you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so great a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire? Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs.
For he fears none.
Hortensio, hark! This gentleman has happily arrived. My mind presumes for his own good and yours.
I promised we would be contributors and bear his charge of wooing whatsoever.
And we will be, provided that he win her.
I would I were sure of a good dinner.
Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that has the two fair daughters, is it he you mean?
Even he, Biondella.
Hark, sir, you mean not to...
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that chides any hand, I pray you, sir.
I love no chiders, sir. Biondella, let's away.
Well begun, Petronio.
Sir, are you a suitor to the maid you talk of? Yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, if it will get you without more words, hence.
Why, sir, I pray, are not the streets as free for me as for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For that reason, if you'll know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she's the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. If you be gentlemen, do me this right. Hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman, to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may more suitors have, and me for one. Fair Letta's daughter had 1,000 wooers. Then well one more may fair Bianca have, and so she shall. Lucentio shall make one, though Paris came and hoped to speed alone.
What? This gentleman will out-talk us all.
Sir, give him head. I know he'll prove a jade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, let me be so bold as to ask you, did you ever see Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but here I do that he hath two, the one as famous for a scolding tongue, as is the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first for me, let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules, and let it be more than Alcides 12.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth. The younger daughter, whom you hearken for, her father keeps all excess of suitors, until the elder sister first be wed. The younger then is free, and not till then.
If it be so, sir, that you are the man must stead us all, and me amongst the rest. And if you break the ice and do this feat, achieve the elder, set the younger free for our access, whose hap shall be to have her, will not so grace this feat to be ingrate.
Sir, you say well, and well you do concede. And since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman, to whom we all rest generally beholden.
Sir, I shall not be slack. In sign whereof, please you we may contrive this afternoon and quaff carouses to our mistress' health. And do as adversaries do in law, strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Oh, excellent motion, fellows. Let's be gone.
Your motion's good indeed, and be it so. Petruchio, I shall be your Benvenuto.
Good sister, wrong me not, or wrong yourself, to make a bondmaid and a slave of me, that I disdain. But for these other goods, unbind my hands. I'll pull them off myself. Yea, owe my raiment to my petticoat. Or what you will command me I will do, so well I know my duty to my elders.
Of all thy suitors here, I charge thee, tell whom thou lovest best. See thou dissemble not.
Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I have not yet beheld that face that I should fancy more than any other.
Minion, thou liest! It's not Hortensio.
If you affect him, sister, here I swear, I'll plead for you myself, but you will have him.
Then belike you fancy riches more. You have Gremio to keep you fair.
Is it for him that you envy me so? Nay, then you jest. And now I will perceive you have all but jested with me all this while. I pray thee, Sister Kate, untie my hands.
If that be jest, then all the rest was so.
Why, how now, dame? Whence grows this insolence? Bianca, stand aside. Poor girl, she weeps. Go and ply thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame, thou hilding of a devilish spirit! Why dost thou wrong her that did ne'er wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and all my revenge!
What, in my sight? Bianca, get thee in.
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband. I must dance barefoot on her wedding day. And for you loved her, let it in hell! Talk not to me! I will go sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge!
Was ever gentleman thus grieved as I? But who comes here?
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir. Pray, have you not a daughter called Katerina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir.
You are too blunt. Go to it orderly.
Wrong me, Signor Gremio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so often heard. And for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in music and mathematics, to instruct her in those sciences whereof I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Lyceum, born in Mantua.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter Catherine, this I know. She's not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see. You do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Mistake me not. I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, old Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all of Italy.
I know him well. You are welcome, for his sake.
Saving your tale, Petruchio, let us who are poor petitioners speak too. Beccare, you are marvelous forward.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Gremio. I would fain be doing.
I doubt it not, sir. But you will curse your wooing. Neighbor, this is a gift very grateful, I'm sure of it, to express like kindness myself, beholding unto you more than any other. I present to you this young scholar that hath been long studying at Reims, as cunning in Latin and Greek and other languages as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray, accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio. But, gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold as to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir, but boldness is mine own. That being a stranger in this city here, do make myself a suitor to your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. Nor is your firm resolve unknown to me in the preferment of the elder sister. This liberty is all that I request, that upon knowledge of my parentage I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and free access and favor as the rest. And toward the education of your daughters, I here bestow a single instrument and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, their worth is great.
Lucentio is your name. Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son to Vincentio.
A mighty man of Pisa. By report I know him well. You are very welcome. Take you the lute, and you the set of books. You shall go and see your pupils presently. Holla, within! Sirrah, lead these gentlemen to my daughters, and tell them both these are their tutors. Bid them use them well. We will walk a little in the orchard, and then to dinner. You are passing welcome, and so I pray you all to think yourselves.
Signor Baptista, my business acts haste, and every day I cannot come to rule. You knew my father well, and in him me, left solely heir to all his goods and lands, which I have bettered rather than decreased. If then I get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
After my death, the 1/2 my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
And for that dowry I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survives me, in all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialities be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
Aye, when the special thing is well obtained, that is, for love, for that is all in all.
That is nothing. For I tell you, father, I am peremptory as she proud-minded. And where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing which feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, its extreme gusts blow out fire and all. And so I to her, and so she yields to me, for I am rough, and woo not like a babe.
Well mayest thou woo, and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy words.
I to the proof, as mountains are for winds, that shakes not, though they blow perpetually.
How now, friend? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
What? Will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lute.
Why, then thou canst not break her to the lute?
Why, no, for she has broke the lute to me. And bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when with most impatient, devilish spirit, "Friends call you these? I'll fume with them!" And with that word, she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my pate made way. And there I stood, amazed for a while, as on a pillory. Oh, she did call me rascal fiddler and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms as had she studied to misuse me so.
Now by the world, 'tis a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. How I long to have some chat with her.
Well, go with me, and be not so discomfited. Proceed in practice with my youngest daughter. She's apt to learn, and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you go with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I'll attend her here. And woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say she doth rail. Why then, I'll tell her plain, she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say she doth frown. I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say she be mute and will not speak a word. Why, then I'll commend her volubility, and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks, as if she bid me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, why then I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns and when be married. But here she comes, and now Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Catherine, that you talk of me.
You lie, in faith, for you are called Plain Kate, and Bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates. And therefore, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither. Remove you hence. I knew you at the first you were immovable.
Why, what's a movable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Horses are made to bear. So are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such thing as you with me, you mean?
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch. And yet, as heavy as my weight should be.
Should be? Should buzz.
Well tamed, and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, till a buzzard take thee.
Aye, for a turtle as he takes a buzzard!
Come, faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting!
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
Well, so may you lose your arms. For if you strike, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, why then, no arms.
What? A herald, Kate? Oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
No such cock of yours. You crows too like a craven.
Come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
'Tis my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
Oh, there is, there is.
Show it to me then.
Had I a glass, I would.
What? You mean my face?
Oh, well, age of such a young one.
Nay, by St. George, I am too young for thee.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate. In sooth, you scape not so.
Chase you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. For you are pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, or bite the lip as angry wenches will, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in talk, but thou, with mildness, entertainest thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? O slanderous world! Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Oh, let me see thee walk! Thou dost not halt.
Go, fool! And whom thou keepest command!
Did ever Dian so become a grove as Kate this chamber with her princely gait? Oh, be thou Dian, and let her be Kate, and then let Kate be chaste, and Dian sportful.
Where did you learn all this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
Witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Mary, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me. For I am he and born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Your uncle father, never make denial. I must and will have Catherine to my wife.
Now, Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, sir, how but well. It were impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, daughter Catherine? In your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Ah, now you've shown a tender fatherly regard. To wish me wed one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian, and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Father, 'tis thus. Yourself and all the world that talked of her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy. For she is not froward, but modest as a dove. She is not hot, but tempered as the morn. For patience she will prove a second Griselle, and a Roman Lucrece for her chastity. And to conclude, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I will see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Hark, Petruchio. She says she'll see thee hanged first.
This your speeding? Nay, good night our part.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? 'Tis bargain twixt us twain, being alone, but she shall still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss, she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love. Oh, you are novices. 'Tis a world to see how tame, when men and women are alone, a meek cock wreck can make the curse is true. Give me that hand, Kate. We will to Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Provide the feast, father, and bid the guests. I will be sure my Catherine shall be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Amen, say we.
We will be witnesses.
Father, wife, gentlemen, adieu. I will to Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things in fine array. And kiss me, Kate. Merry Sunday!
Faith, gentlemen, now I play a merchant's part, and venture madly in a desperate mart.
'Twas a commodity like Freddie's life, will bring you gain or perish on the seas.
The gain I seek is quiet in the match.
No doubt, you have got a quiet catch. But now, Baptista, now is the day we have long looked for. I am your neighbor, and would suit her first.
And I am one that love Bianca more than words can witness or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Greybeard, thy love doth freeze.
But thine doth fry. Skipper, stand back. 'Tis age that nourisheth.
But youth in ladies' eyes that flourisheth.
Content you, gentlemen, I will compound this strife. 'Tis deeds that must win the match. And he of both that can assure my daughter greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Say, Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
First, as you know, my house within the city is richly furnished with plate and gold, basins and ewers to lave her dainty hands, my hangings all of Tyrian tapestry. In ivory coffers I have stuffed my crowns, in Cyprus chests my heiress counterpoints, costly apparel, tents and canopies, fine linen, turkey cushions bossed with pearls, balance of Venice gold and needlework, pewter and brass, and all things related to house and housework. Then, at my farm, I have 100 milch kine to the pail, and in my stalls, 60 fat oxen, and all things answerable to this portion. And I myself am struck in years, and if I die tomorrow, this is hers. But, whilst I live, she be only mine.
That only came in well. Sir, list to me. I am my father's heir and only son. If I may have your daughter to my wife, I'll leave her houses 3 or 4 as good, within rich Pisa walls, as anyone will Signor Gremio has in Padua. Besides 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land, all of which shall be her jointure. What, have I pitched you, Signor Gremio?
2,000 ducats by year of land? My land amounts not so much in all. That she shall have, besides an argosy that is lying in Marcellus's road. What? Have I choked you with an argosy?
Gremio, 'tis known my father hath no less than 3 great argosies, besides 2 galleasses and 12 tight galleys. These I will assure her, and twice as much whatever thou offerest next.
Nay, I have offered all. I have no more, and she can have no more than all I have. If you like me, she shall have me and mine.
Why then the maid is mine from all the world, by your firm promise. Gremio is outvied.
I must confess, your offer is the best, and let your father make her the assurance, she is your own. Else, you must pardon me. If you should die before him, where's her dower?
That's but a cavil. He is old, I young.
Canst not young men die as well as old?
Well, gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, you know my daughter Catherine is to be married. Now, on the Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, if you make her this assurance. If not, to Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave, and thank you both.
Adieu, good neighbor. Now, I fear thee not, sirrah, young gamester, thou father wert fool to give you all in his waning age. Set under thy table, Tut, a toy, an old Italian fox, is not so kind, my boy.
Vengeance on your crafty withered hide! And I have faced it with a card of 10. 'Tis in my head to do my master good. I see no reason but supposed Lucentio must get a father, called supposed Vincencio. And that's a wonder. Fathers commonly do get their children, but in this case of wooing, a child shall get a sire, if I fail not in my cunning.
Entertainment for Sister Catherine welcome you withal.
But, wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Then give me leave to have prerogative, and when in music I've spent an hour, your leisure shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass, that never read so far to know the cause why music was ordained. Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies or his usual pains? Then give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve your heart.
Sirrah, I'll not bear these braves of thine.
Ay, gentlemen, you do me double wrong. To strive for that which resteth on my choice. I'm no preaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to long hours, nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. So, to cut off all strife, here sit we down. Take you your instrument and play the while. lecture will be done ere he get tuned.
You'll leave his lecture when I am in tune?
That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ibat simois. Hic est sigea tolus. Hic steterat priami regia celsa sinis.
Conster them.
Hic ibat, as I told you before, simois. I am Lucentio. Hic est, son unto Vincencio of Pisa. Sigea telus, disguised thus to get your love. Hic steterat, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Priami, is my man Trunny. Regia, bearing my port, Celsa Saints, that we might beguile the old pantomime.
Madame, my instrument's in tune.
Let's hear. Oh, fine, the trouble jars.
Spit in the bowl, man, and tune again.
Now let me see if I can conster them. Hic ibat simois, I know you not. Hic steterat priami, I trust you not. Hic est celsa senis, take heed he hear us not. Regia, presume not. Celsa senis, despair not.
Madame, 'tis now in tune.
All but the bass.
The bass is right. 'Tis the bass knave that jars. How fiery and forward our pedant is. For my life, the knave doth court my love. Pedescule, I'll watch you better yet.
I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrusted not, for sure Iacides was Ajax, called so from his grandfather.
I must believe my master, else, I promise you, I should be struggling still upon that doubt. But let it rest. Now let's see out to you. Kind master, take it not unkindly that I've been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go walk. Give me leave a while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
What, are you so formal, sir? Well, I must wait, and watch withal, for but I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Madame, before you touch the instrument, to learn the order of my fingering, I must begin with rudiments of art, to teach you gamut in a briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual than hath been taught by any of my trade.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Yet read the gamut of Hortensio.
Gamut I am, the ground of all accord. Ah, Ray, to plead Hortensio's passion, beat me, Bianca, take him for thy lord. Si fa ut, thou loves with all affection. D sol re, 1 clef 2 notes have I. E la me, show pity or I die. Draw you this gamut? Tut, I like it not. Old fashions suit me best. I am not so nice to change true rules for odd inventions.
Mistress, your father prays you leave your books and help to dress up your sister's chamber. You know tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters, I must be gone.
Faith, mistress, then I have no cause to stay.
But I have cause to pry into this pedant. Methinks he looks as though he were in love. Yet, if thy thoughts, Bianca, be so humble to cast thy wandering eyes on every stale, seize thee that list. If once I find thee ranging, Hortensio will be quit with thee by changing.
Signor Lucentio, this is the appointed day that Catherine and Petruchio should be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want the bridegroom when the priest attends to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must, forsooth, be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart, until a mad brain ruds be full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you I, who was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jest and blunt behavior, and to be noted for a merry man, who'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, invite, make friends, or proclaim the banns. Yet he never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Catherine and say, lo, there is
my life, Petruchio means but well, whatever fortune stays him from his work. Though he be blunt, I know him passing wise. And though he be merry, yet withal he's honest.
Would that Catherine had never sinned though!
Go, girl, I cannot blame thee now to weep. For such an injury would vex a very saint, much more a shrew of thy impatient humor.
Master, news, and such old news as you have never heard.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear Petruchio's coming?
Is he come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you there.
Say, what's thine old news?
Why, Petruchio is coming in a new hat and an old jerkin, a pair of breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots which have been candle cased, one buckled, another laced, a rusty old sword taken out of the town armory with a broken hilt and chapeless with 2 broken points, his horse hipped with an old mothy saddle and stirrups of no kindred, his eyes possessed with the glanders and like to mows in the chine, troubled with the lampus, infected with the fashions, full of wind gas, sped with the spasms, raged with the yellows, but not with the thoughts, and the back and shoulder shine, near-legged before it with a half-checked bit and a headstall of sheep's leather, which being restrained to keep him from stumbling, hath been often burst, and now repaired with knot, one girth 6 times pieced, and a woman's crippler of the lore, which hath 2 letters for her name fairly set down in studs, and here and there a piece of pack-thread.
Who comes with him?
Why, his lackey, sir, for all the world comparison like the horse, with a linen stock on one leg and a kersey boot hose on the other, guarded with a red and blue list. A monster, a very monster in apparel, and not at all like a Christian footboy or a gentleman's lackey.
'Tis some odd humor pricks him to this fashion. Yet oftentimes he goes but mean apparel.
I'm glad he's come, howsoe'er he comes.
Why, sir, he comes not.
Didst thou not say that he comes?
Why, no, sir, I say his horse comes, with him on his back.
That's all one!
I say, Jamie, I hold you a penny. A horse and a man are more than one, and yet not many.
Where be these gallants? Who's at home?
You are welcome, sir.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you halt not.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentle, methinks you frown. And wherefore gaze this goodly company, as if they saw some wondrous monument, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Why, sir, you know this is your wedding day. First we were sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you come so unprovided. Fie, doff this habit, shame to your estate, an eyesore to our solemn festival.
Tell us what occasion of import hath also long detained you from your wife, and brought you hither so unlike yourself.
Tedious it were to tell, and harsh to hear. Sufficeth, I am come to keep my word, though in some part enforced to digress, which at more leisure I will so excuse, as you shall well be satisfied withal. But where is Kate? I stay too long from her. The morning wears. 'Tis time we were at church.
See not your bride in these unreverent robes. Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
Not I. Believe me, thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus. To me she's married, not unto my clothes. Could I repair what she will wear in me, as I could change these poor accoutrements, 'twere well for Kate and better for myself. For what a fool am I to sit here and chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride, and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
Some meaning in his mad attire will persuade him, be it possible, to put on better ere he go to church.
I'll after him and see the event of this.
But sir, to love concerneth us to add her father's liking, which to bring to pass, as I before imparted to your worship. I am to get a man, whate'er he be in skills not much, will fit him to our turn. And he shall be Vincencio of Pisa, and give assurance here in Padua of greater sums than I have promised him. So shall you quietly enjoy your hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that my fellow schoolmaster doth watch Bianca's steps so narrowly, 'twere good, methinks, to steal our marriage, which once performed, let all the world say no. I'll keep mine own, despite of all the world.
That by degrees we mean to look into, and watch our vantage in this business here. We'll overreach the grey-beard Gremio, the narrow, prying father Minola, the quaint musician Amorous Lycio, all for my master's sake, Lucrezio. Senior Gremio, came you from church?
As willingly as ere I came from school.
And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
Bridegroom, say you? 'Tis a groom indeed, a grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
What, curster than she? Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
Why, she's a devil, the devil's dam.
Tut, she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucentio, when the priest should ask if Catherine should be his wife, I, by Gog's wounds, quoth he, and swore so loud that, all amazed, the priest let the book fall, and as he stooped again to pick them up, this mad-brained bridegroom took him such a cuff, that down fell the priest and book and priest. Now take them up, quoth he, if any list.
What said the wench when he rose again?
Trembled and shook, for why, he stamped and swore, as if the vicar meant to cozen him. And after many ceremonies done, he called for wine. A health, quoth he, as if he had been aboard carousing to his mates after a storm. Quaffed off the muscatel, and threw the sops all in the sexton's face. But having no other reason, but that his beard grew thin and hungerly, and asked him sops as he was drinking. This done, he took the bride about the neck, and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack, that the parting all the church did echo. And I, seeing this, came thence for very shame, and after me, I know the rout is coming. Such a mad marriage was never before. Hark, hark, I hear the minstrels play.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today, and have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But so it is, my haste hath called me hence, and therefore here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today, before night come. Make it no wonder, if you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And honest company, I thank you all, that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Feast with my father, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
You are content to stay?
I am content that you shall entreat me stay, and yet stay not.
No, if you love me, stay!
Grumio, my horse.
Why, sir, they be ready. The oats have eaten the horses.
Be then, do what thou canst. I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow, not till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. You may be jogging whilst your boots are green. For me, I'll not be gone till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly, surly groom that take it on you at the first so roundly.
Prithee, Kate, content thee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do?
Catherine.
Mother, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Aye, marry, sir, now it begins to work.
4 gentlemen to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool had she not a spirit to resist.
Obey the bride, all that you attend on her. Forward to the feast. Revel with my brother, my father. Carouse full measure to her maiden head. Be mad and merry. Oh, go hang yourselves. But for my Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chattels. She is my house, my household stuff. My field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. And here she stands. Touch her, whoever dare. Oh, bring mine action on the prouder sea that stopped my way in Padua. Grumio, draw forth thy weapon. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thou, mischief, thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench. They shall not touch thee, Kate. All walk with thee against a million.
Nay, let them go. A couple of quiet ones.
Had they not left so quickly, I should die with laughing.
Of all mad matches, never was the like.
Mistress, what's your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warrant you, Petruchio is cated.
Neighbors and friends, though bride and bridegroom wants for to supply the places at the table, You know there wants no junkets at the feast. Lucentio, you shall supply the bridegroom's place, and let Bianca take her sister's room.
Shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it?
She shall, Lucentio. Come, gentlemen, let's go.
Fie, all tired jades and all bad masters and all foul ways. Was ever a man so beaten? Was ever a man so rayed? Was ever a man so weary? I am sent before to make a fire, while they are coming after to warm themselves. Now we're not a little pot, and soon very hot. My lips might freeze to my teeth, my tongue to the roof of my mouth, my heart in my belly, ere I should come by a fire to thaw me. But I was blowing the fire so warm myself, for considering the weather, a taller man than I might catch cold. Holla, ho, Curtis!
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice. If thou doubt it, thou mayst slide from my shoulder to my heel with no greater run but my head and my neck. And therefore a fire, good Curtis.
Is my master's wife coming, Grumio?
Oh, aye, Curtis, aye, and therefore fire, fire, cast on no water.
Is she so hot to Shrew she's reported?
She was, good Curtis, before this frost, but thou knowest how the cold tames man, woman, and beast. For it obtained my old master and my new mistress, and myself, fellow Curtis.
Away, you 3-inch fool! I am no beast.
Am I but 3 inches? Why, thy horn is a foot, and so long am I at least. But wilt thou make the fire, or shall I complain on thee to our new mistress, whose hand, she being near at hand, thou shalt soon feel to thy cold comfort, for being slow in thy hot office?
I prithee, good Grumio, tell me, how goes the world?
A cold world, Curtis, in every office but thine. And therefore, do thy duty and have thy duty, for my master and mistress are frozen to death.
There's fire ready, and therefore, good Grumio, the news.
Why, Jack boy, ho boy, and as much news as wilt thou.
Come, you are so full of pony catching.
Therefore fire, for I have caught extreme cold. Where's the cook? Is supper ready? The house trimmed? The rushes strewed? The cobwebs swept? The servingmen in their new fustian? Their white stockings on? The servants in their wedding garments? Be the jacks fair within and the Jills fair without? And all things in order?
All ready, and therefore, I pray thee, news.
First know that my horse is tired, my master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Ha, into the dirt, and thereby hangs the tail.
Let's have it, good Grumio.
And by here.
Here.
There!
This 'tis to feel a tale, not to hear a tale.
Thus 'tis called a sensible tale, and this cup is but to knock at your ear and beseech listening. Now I begin. In Primus we came down a foul hill, my master riding behind my mistress.
Both of one horse?
What's that to thee?
Why, a horse.
Tell thou the tale. But hadst thou not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. Thou shouldst have heard how he left her. Thou shouldst have heard how he ran after me and beat me. Thou shouldst have heard how she waded through the mud to pluck him off me. Thou shouldst have heard how he cursed, how she prayed as never prayed before. How I cried, how the horses ran away. Thou shouldst have heard how I lost my crupper, how the bridle broke, along with many other things of worthy note, which now shall die in oblivion, and thou go inexperienced to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more true than she.
Aye, and that thou and thy men shall soon find out. But what talk I of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Walter, Sugarsop, and the rest. Command that their hair be slickly combed, their blue coats finely brushed, their stockings of an indifferent knit. Command that they shall not dare to touch a hair of his horse's tail before they shall kiss their hand. Are they ready?
They are.
Call them forth.
Do you hear, ho? You must meet my master to countenance my mistress.
Why, she hath a face of her own.
Who knows not that?
Now it seems who calls forth men to countenance her.
I call them forth to credit her.
Why, she comes to borrow nothing of them.
Welcome home, Grumio.
How know, Grumio? Fellow Grumio. How know you, welcome you, fellow you, what you, and thus much for greeting. Now, my Shrew's companions, are all things ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
E'en at hand and lighted by this, and therefore be not Cock's passion silence. I hear my master.
Where be these knaves? Who's at home? What? No man at door to hold my stirrup or take my horse? Where is Nathaniel, Gregory, Philip?
Yes, sir.
You logger-headed and unpolished grooms! What? No attendance? No regard? No duty? Where's the foolish knave I said before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You peasant swain! You whoreson malt-horse drudge! Did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee?
Sir, Nathaniel's coat was not finished, and Gabriel's shoe was all unpinked in the heel. I could find no link to Keller Walter's hat, and Peter's sword was not yet come from sheathing. There were none fine but Adam, Rafe, and Gregory. The rest were ragged, old, and beggarly. Yet they are. Here they come to meet you.
Go, rascals! Go and fetch my supper! Where is the life that late I led? Where are those? Come, Kate, sit down and welcome. Sood, 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 sood! Why, when I say... Nay, good sweet Kate, be merry. Off with my boots, you rogues, you villains, when... It was the friars of orders grey as he walketh on his feet. Out, you rogue! You cut my foot awry! Take that! And mend the project of the other! Be merry, Kate! Shall I have some water here? What's up? Where's my spaniel Troilus? Sirrah, go and bid my cousin Ferdinand come hither. One Kate you must kiss and be acquainted with. Up, where are my suppers? Shall I have some water here? Come, Kate, and wash, and welcome heartily. Will you let it fall? Take that!
Patience, I pray you, sir, 'twas a fault unwilling.
A whoreson, beetle-headed, flap-eared knave. Nay, sit down, Kate. I know you have a stomach. Will I give thanks, sweet Kate? What's this? Mutton?
Why, sir?
Who brought it?
I, sir.
'Tis burnt. And so is all the other meat. What dogs are these? Where's the rascal cook? How durst you, knaves? Bring it from the dresser and serve it thus to me that loves it not. There, take it to you. Trenchers, cups, and all. What? Do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
Husband, he not said it's quiet. It was well if you would be so contented.
And I tell thee, Kate was burnt and dried away. And I expressly am forbid to touch it, for it engenders choler. Better sure that both of us did fast, since of ourselves are choleric, than feed it with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient. Tomorrow it shall be mended, and for this night we'll fast for company. Come, I will bring thee to thy bridal chamber.
Peter, didst ever see the like?
He kills her in his own humor.
Where is he?
In her chamber, making a sermon of continency to her. He rails and swears and rates that she, poor soul, knows not which way to stand, to look, to speak, and sits as one new risen from a dream. Away, away, for he is coming hither.
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon now is sharp and passing empty. Until she stoop, she must not be full gorged, for then she never looks upon her lure. Another way I have to man my haggard, to make her come and know her keeper's call. That is, to watch her, as we watch these kites that bait and beat and will not be obedient. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about the making of the bed. And here I'll throw the pillows, there the coverlet, this way the bolster, another way the sheets. Aye, and amid this hurly, all intend that all is done in reverent care of her. And in conclusion, she shall watch all night, and if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and with the clamor keep her still awake.
This is the way to kill a wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak. 'Tis charity to shew.
Is it possible, friend Lycio, that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other but Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she bears me fair in hand.
Sir, to satisfy you in what I have said, stand by and mark the manner of his teaching.
Now, mistress, profit you in what you read?
What master read you? First answer me that.
I read that I profess the art to love.
And that you may prove, sir, a master at your art.
While you, sweet dear, prove mistress of my heart.
Quick proceeders married. Now tell me, I pray, you that dare swear that your mistress Bianca loved none in the world so well as Lucentio.
Oh, unconstant womankind. I tell thee, Lycio, this is wonderful.
Stake no more. I am not Lycio, nor musician as I seem to be, but one that scorned to live in this disguise for such a one as leaves a gentleman and makes a god of such a cully. No, sir, that I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection to Bianca. Since mine eyes are witness of her lightness, I will with you, if you be so contented, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
See how they kiss and court. Signor Lucentio, here is my hand, and here I firmly vow never to woo her more, but to forswear her as one unworthy all the former favors that I have fondly flattered her withal.
Here I take the like unfeigned oath, never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Fie on her, see how beastly she doth court him.
Would all the world but he had quite forsworn. For me, that I may surely keep mine oath, I will be married to a wealthy widow ere 3 days pass, which hath as long loved me as I have loved this poor, disdainful haggard. And so, farewell, Signor Lucentio. Kindness in women, not their beauteous looks, shall win my love. And so I take my leave, in resolution, as I swore before.
Mistress Bianca, bless you with such grace as longeth to a lover's blessed case. Nay, I have ta'en you not with gentle love, and have forsworn you with Hortensio.
Tranio, you jest. But have you both forsworn me?
Mistress, we have.
And we are rid of Lycio.
In faith, he'll have a lusty widow now that shall be wooed and wedded in a day.
God give him joy.
Aye, and he'll tame her.
He says so, Tranio.
Faith, he is gone unto the taming school.
The taming school? What, is there such a place?
Aye, mistress, and Petruchio is the master, that teacheth tricks 11 and 20 long, to tame a shrew and charm her chattering tongue.
Master, master, I have watched so long that I am dog-weary, but at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill. We'll serve the turn.
What is he, Biondello?
Master, a marketant or a pedant, I know not what, but formal in apparel, and in gait and countenance surely like a father.
What of him, Tranio?
If he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to see Vincencio, and give assurance to Baptista Manoa as if he were the right Vincencio. Take in your love, and then let me alone.
God save you, sir.
And you, sir, you are welcome. Travel you far on, or are you at the farthest?
Sir, at the farthest for a week or two, but then up farther, and as far as Rome, and so to Tripoli, if God lend me life.
What countrymen, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Of Mantua, sir? Very God forbid. Come to Padua careless of your life?
My life, sir? How, I pray, for that goes hard.
'Tis death for anyone in Mantua to come to Padua. Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and the Duke, for private quarrel twixt your Duke and him, published and proclaimed it openly. 'Tis marvel, but that you are but newly come, you might have heard it else proclaimed about.
Alas, sir, it is worse me than so, for I have bills for money by exchange from Florence, and must here deliver them.
Well, sir, to do you courtesy, this will I do, and this I will advise you. First tell me, have you ever been at Pisa?
Aye, sir, in Pisa have I often been. Pisa, renowned for great citizens.
Among them know you one Vincencio?
I know him not, but I have heard of him. A merchant of incomparable wealth.
He is my father, sir, and sooth to say, in countenance somewhat doth resemble you.
As much as an apple doth an oyster, and all one.
To save your life in this extremity, this favor will I do you for his sake. Think it not the least of all your fortunes, that you are like to Sir Vincencio. His name and credit shall you undertake, and in my house you shall be friendly lodged. Look that you take upon you as you should. You understand me, sir. So shall you stay till you have done your business in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept it.
Oh, sir, I do, and will repute you ever the patron of my life and liberty.
Then go with me to make the matter good. Look, this, by the way, I let you understand. My father is here looked for every day to pass assurance of a dower in marriage twixt me and one Baptista's daughter here. In all these circumstances, I'll instruct you. Go with me to clothe you as becomes you.
Nay, nay, forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more am I wrong, the more his spite appears. What? Did he marry me to banish me? Beggars that come unto my father's door, upon entreaty have a present alms. I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am starved for meek, giddy for lack of sleep, with owls kept waking with brawling fed. And that which doth spite me more than all these wants, he does it under name of perfect love, as if who should say if I should sleep or eat. 'Twere deadly sickness or else present death. I prithee, go get me some repast, I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
What say you to a neat's foot?
I like it well. Quickly, you'll fetch it me.
Nay, I fear 'tis too choleric. What say you to a fat tripe, finely broiled?
'Tis passing good. I prithee, let me have it.
Nay, then I will not. I fear 'tis choleric. How say you to some beef and mustard?
A dish that I'd love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Then the beef, and let the mustard rest.
No, no, I will not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef or brunio.
Then both or one or anything thou wilt.
Oh, then the mustard without the beef.
Go! Get thee gone, thou false-deluding slave! That dost feedest me with the very name of meat. Sorrow on thee and all the pack of you that has triumphed thus upon my misery. Go! Get thee gone, I say!
How fares my Kate? What sweeting all a mort?
Mistress, what cheer?
Here, love.
As cold as can be.
See how diligent I am to dress thy meat myself and bring it thee. I'm sure, sweet Kate, this kindness merits thanks. What? Not a word? Nay, thou likest it not, and all my pains is sorted to no proof. Here, take away this dish.
I prithee, let it stand.
Even the poorest services are paid your thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Signor Petruchio, fie, you are to blame. Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
Eat it all up, Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it into thy gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, we will unto your father's, to revel it as bravely as the best, with scarves and fans and double change of bravery, with amber bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. What? Hast thou dined? The tailor stays thy leisure, to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Come, tailor, let us see these ornaments. Lay forth the gown. What news with you, sir?
Here is the cap, your worship, did we speak.
Why, this was molded on a porringer. A velvet dish. Fie, fie! 'Tis lewd and filthy. 'Tis a cockle on a walnut shell. A knack, a trick, a toy, a baby's cap. Come, away with it. Let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the times, and gentlemen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too. And not so. That will not be opposed.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap, and this I will have, or I will have none.
Thy gown, what I? Come, tailor, let us see it. Oh, mercy God, what masking stuff is here? What's this, a sleeve? 'Tis like a demi-cannon. What's up and down, carved like an apple tart? Here's snip and nip and cut and slit and slash, like to a censer in a barber's shop.
I see she's like to have neither cap nor gown.
Bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion and the time.
Marry, and did. But if you be remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time. Go, hop me over every kennel home, for you shall hop without my custom, sir. All none of it. Hence, make your best of it.
I never saw a better fashion gown. None more quaint, nor pleasing, nor commendable. What? The like you mean to make a puppet of me?
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance! Thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, thou yard, 3/4, half yard, quarter, nail, thou flea, thou knit, thou winter cricket, thou, braved in mine own house with a skein of thread. Away, thou rag, thou quantity, thou remnant, or I shall so bemeet thee with thy yard, as thou shalt think on prating whilst thou livest. Away, I say, thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction. Romeo gave order how it should be done.
Nay, sir. I gave him no order. I gave him the stuff.
But how did you desire it should be made?
Oh, marry, sir, with needle and thread.
But did you not request to have it cut?
In truth, you have faced many things.
I have.
Face not me. You have braved many things. Brave not me. I will neither be faced nor braved. It's true. I commanded that you cut it out, but I did not command that you cut it to pieces. Ergo, thou liest.
Why, here's the note of the fashion to testify.
The note lies in his throat if he say I said so.
Read it.
With a small infamous, a loose-bodied gown.
If ever I said a loose-bodied gown, sew me in the skirts fit and beat me to death with a bottom of brown thread. I said a gown.
Proceed.
With a small compass cape.
I confess the cape.
With a trunk sleeve.
I confess 2 sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut.
Aye, there's the villainy.
Error in the bill, sir, error in the bill. I commanded that the sleeves be cut out and sewed up again. But that I will prove, though his finger be armed in a thimble.
This is true that I say, and I had thee in place where thou shouldst know it.
Take thou the bill, give me thy meat yard straight, and spare not me.
God of mercy, Drumio, then you shall have no aught.
Well, sir, in brief, the gown is not for me.
You are in the right, sir. 'Tis for my mistress.
Go, take it up into thy master's use.
What's this villainy? Take up my mistress's gown to buy a master's use?
Why? What's your conceit in that?
What's my conceit in that? Oh, the conceit is deeper than you think. Take up my master's gown for my mistress's use? Oh, fie, fie, fie!
Hortensio, say thou wilt see the tailor paid. Go, take it hence. Be gone and say no more.
Eh? Tailor, I'll pay thee for thy gown tomorrow. Take no unkindness of his hasty words. Away, I say. Commend me to thy master.
Well, my Kate, we will unto your fathers, even in these honest, mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor, for 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. And as the sun breaks through the darkest clouds, so honor peereth in the meanest habit. What? Is the jay more precious than the lark, because his feathers are more beautiful? Or is the adder better than the eel, because his painted skin contents the eye? Oh no, good Kate, neither art thou the worse for this poor furniture and mean array. If thou accountest it shame, lay it on me, and therefore frolic. We will henceforth with unto your fathers to revel it and sport it. Go, call my men. We will straight to him, and bring our horses unto Long Lane End. There we will mount, and thither walk on foot. Now let's see. I think 'tis some 7 o'clock, and well we may come there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis passing 2, and 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look what I speak, or do, or think to do. You are still crossing it. Sirs, let alone. I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
Why, so this gallant will command the sun.
Sir, this is the house. Please it you that I call?
Aye, what else? And but I be deceived. Signor Baptista may remember me, near 20 years ago in Genoa, where we were lodgers of the Pegasus.
'Tis well, and hold your own in any case with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I warrant you. But sir, here comes your boy. 'Twere good he were schooled.
Fear you not him. Sir Abiandello, now do your duty thoroughly, I advise you. Imagine, for the right to Vincenzi.
But fear not. But hast thou done thy errand to Baptista? I told him your father was in Venice, and that you look for him this day in Pacha.
Thou art a tall fellow. Hold thee that to drink. Here comes Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Sir, this is the gentleman I told you of. I pray you stand good father to me now. Give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft son. Sir, by your leave, having come to Padua to gather in some debts, my son Lucentio made me acquainted with a weighty cause of love between your daughter and himself. And for the good report I hear of you, and for the love he beareth to your daughter, and she to him. Upon some agreement, me shall you find ready and willing, with one consent, to have her so bestowed. For curious I cannot be with you, Signor Baptista, with whom I hear so well.
Sir, pardon me in what I have to say. Your plainness and shortness please me well. Right true it is, your son Lucentio here doth love my daughter, and she loveth him, or both dissemble deeply their affections. And, therefore, if you say no more than this, that like a father you will deal with him, and pass my daughter a sufficient dower, the match is made, and all is done. Your son shall have my daughter with consent.
I thank you, sir. Where then do you know best we be applied, and such assurance ta'en as shall with either part's agreement stand?
Not in my house, Lucentio, for you know pitchers have ears, and I have many servants. Besides, old Gremio is hearkening still, and haply we might be interrupted.
Then at my lodging, and it like you, there doth my father lie, and there this night will pass the business privately and well. Send for your daughter by your servant here. My boy shall fetch the scrivener presently. The worst is this, that at so slender warning, we're like to have a thin and slender pittance.
It likes me well. Cambio, hie you home, and bid Bianca make her ready straight. And, if thou wilt, tell her what hath happened. Lucentio's father is arrived in Padua, and how she's like to be Lucentio's wife.
With God, with all my heart. Dally not with the gods, but get thee gone. Signor Baptista, shall I lead the way? Welcome. One mess is like to be your cheer. Come, sir, we will better it in Pisa.
I follow you.
Cambio,
What sayest thou, Biondello?
you saw my master wink and laugh upon you?
Biondello, what of that?
Faith, nothing, but has left me here to expound the meaning and moral of these signs and tokens.
I pray thee, moralize them.
Then thus, Baptista is safe, talking to the deceiving father of deceitful son.
And what of him?
His daughter is to be brought by you to the supper.
And then?
The old priest of St. Luke's church is at your command at all hours.
And what of all this?
I cannot tell, except they are busied about some counterfeit assurance. Take you assurance of her cum privilegio audit remendum solum. To the church, take the priest, the clerk, and some sufficient honest witnesses. If this be not that you look for, then I have no more to say, but bid Bianca farewell forever and a day.
Hearest thou, Biondello?
I cannot tarry. I knew a wench married in the afternoon, as she went to the garden, fetch parsley, to stuff a rabbit, and so may you, sir. And so, adieu, sir. My master hath appointed me to go to St. Luke's, and bid the priest be ready to come against you. Come with your attendants.
I may, and will, if she be so contented. She will be pleased, then wherefore should I doubt? Hap what hap may, I'll roundly go about her. It shall go hard if Cambio go without her.
Come on, in God's name, once more toward our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun. It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star, or what I list. Sirs, let's away. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far. Be it moon or sun, or what you will. If you would to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then thou liest. It is the blessed sun.
May God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But the sun it is not when you say it is not, and the moon changes even as your mind. What it is named, even that it is, and so it shall be so for Catherine.
Petruchio, go thy ways. The field is won.
Well, forward, forward, and thus the bull should run, and not unluckily against the bias. But soft, company is coming here. Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away? Sweet Kate, tell me, and tell me truly true, too. Hast thou ever beheld a fresher gentlewoman? Such war of red and white within her cheeks. What stars do spangle heaven with such beauty as those two eyes become that heavenly face? Fair lovely maid, once more, good day to thee. Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
He will make the man mad to make the woman of her.
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet, whither away or where's thy abode? Happy the man of so fair a child, happier the man whom favorable stars select thee for his lovely bedfellow.
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, old, wrinkled, faded, withered, and not a maiden, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, old father, my mistaking eyes, that have been so bedazzled by the sun, that everything I look on seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Pardon me for my mad mistaking.
Do, good old grandsire, and withal make known which way thou travellest. If along with us, we shall be joyful of thy company.
Fair sir, and you my merry mistress, that with your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is Vincenzio, my dwelling place Pisa, and bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine, which long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily met, the happier for thy son. And now by law, as well as reverend age, I may entitle thee my loving father. The sister to my wife, this gentlewoman, your son by this hath married. Wonder not, nor be not grieved. She is of good esteem, of her dowered wealthy, and of worthy birth. Besides, so qualified as may beseem the spouse of any noble gentleman. Let me embrace with old Vincenzio, and wander we to see thy honest son, who will of thy arrival be full joyous.
But is this true, or is it else your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, to break a jest upon the company you overtake?
I do assure thee, father, so it is.
Come, go along and see the truth thereof, for our first merriment hath made thee jealous.
Well, Petruchio, this has put me in heart. Have to my widow, and if she be froward, then hast thou taught Hortensio to be untoward.
Promptly and quickly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Biondello, but they may chance to need thee at home. Therefore leave us.
Nay, faith, I'll see the church at your back, and then come back to my masters as soon as I can.
I marvel Cambio comes not all this while.
Sir, here's the door. This is Lucentio's house. My father bears more toward the marketplace. Thither must I, and here I leave you, sir.
You shall not choose but drink before you go. I think I shall command your welcome here, and by all likelihood, some cheer is toward.
They're busy within. You were best knock louder.
What's he that knocked as he would beat down the gate?
Is Signor Lucentio within, sir?
He is within, sir, but not to be spoken withal.
What if a man bring him 100 pounds, or 2, to make merry withal?
Keep your 100 pounds to yourself. He shall need none, so long as I live.
Nay, I told you, sir, your son was well beloved in Padua. Do you hear, sir? To leave frivolous circumstances, I pray you tell Signor Lucentio his father is come from Pisa, and is here at the door to speak with him.
Thou liest. His father has come from Padua, and here looking out at the window.
Art thou his father?
Aye, sir. So his mother says, if I may believe her.
Why, how now, gentlemen? Why, this is flat knavery to take upon yourself another man's name.
Lay hands on the villain. I believe he means to cozen somebody in this city under my countenance.
I have seen them in the church together. God send them good shipping. But who is here?
Mine old master Vincenzio. Now I'm undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, crack-hemp.
I hope I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you rogue. What? Hast thou forgot me?
Forgot you? No, sir, I cannot forget you, for I've never seen you before in all my life.
You notorious villain! Didst thou never see thy master's father, Vincenzio?
What? My old worshipful master? Marry, sir. See where he looks out the window.
Is it so indeed? Help! Help! There's a madman will murder me!
Help, some help, Signor Baptista.
Prithee, Kate, let's stand aside and see the end of this controversy.
Sir, what are you that offer to be my servant?
What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? Oh, mortal gods! Oh, fine villain! A silken doublet, a velvet hose, a scarlet cloak, and a covenant hat! Oh, I am undone, I am undone! Will I play the good husband at home? My son and servants spend all at the university!
How now, what's the matter?
What, is the man lunatic?
Sir, you seem a sober ancient gentleman by your habit, but your words show you a madman. Why, sir, what certs of you if I wear pearl and gold? I thank my good father I am able to maintain it.
Thy father? Oh, villain, he is a sound maker in Bergamo.
You mistake, sir, you mistake, sir. Pray, what do you think is his name?
His name? As if I knew not his name. I have raised him ever since he is 3 years old, and his name is Trot.
Oh wait, madass. His name is Lucentio, and he is mine only son, and heir to the lands of me, Signor Vincencio.
Lucentio? He hath murdered his master! Lay hands on him! I charge you in the Duke's name! Oh, my son, my son! Tell me, villain, where is my son?
Call forth an officer. Carry this mad knave to the jail. Father Baptista, I charge you see he be forthcoming.
Carry me to the jail?
Stay off, sir. He shall not go to prison.
Talk not, Signor Gremio. I say he shall go to prison.
Take heed, Signor Baptista, lest you be coney catched in this business. I dare swear this is the right Vincencio.
Swear it, thou darest.
Nay, I dare not swear it.
And thou were best say that I am not Lucentio.
Yes, I know thee to be Signor Lucentio.
Away with the dotard. To the jail with him.
The strangers may be held and abused, O monstrous villain! Oh, we are spoiled, and yonder is he! The night will persuade him, or else we are undone!
Pardon, dear father.
Livest, my sweet son?
Pardon, sweet father.
How hast thou offended? Where is Lucentio?
Here is Lucentio, right son to the right Vincencio, that have by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye.
Here's packing, with a witness to deceive us all.
Where's that villain Tranio that face and brave me in this matter so?
Why, tell me, is not this my Cambio?
Cambio is changed to Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my state with Tranio, while he did bear my countenance in the town. And happily I have arrived at the last unto the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced him to. Then pardon him, sweet father, for my sake.
I'll slit the villain's nose that would have me sent to jail.
But do you hear, sir? Have you married my daughter without asking my goodwill?
Fear not, Baptista. We will content thee. Go to. I will also be avenged for this villainy.
And I to sound the depth of this knavery.
Look not pale, Bianca. Thy father will not frown.
My cake is dough, but I'll in among the rest, out of hope of all but my share of the feast.
Come on, husband. Let's fall to see the end of this ado.
First, kiss me, Kate, and then we will.
What? In the midst of all the street?
What? Are you ashamed of me?
No, sir, God forbid. But ashamed to kiss.
Well then, let's away. Come, Sir Gumio. Well, is this not well? Better once than never.
At last, though long, our jarring notes agree, and time it is, when the raging war is done, to smile at scapes and perils overblown. My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome, while I, with self-same kindness, welcome thine. Brother Petruchio, sister Caterina, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow, feast with the best, and welcome to my house. My banquet is to close our stomachs up after our great good cheer. Pray you, sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords this kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that word were true.
Now, by my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
How mean you that?
Thus I conceived by him.
Conceived by me? How likes Hortensio that?
My widow says, thus she conceives her tale.
Very well mended. Kiss him for that, good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you, tell me what you meant by that.
Your husband being troubled with a shrew measures my husband's sorrow by as well. And now you know my meaning.
Very mean meaning.
Right, I mean you.
And I mean indeed respecting you.
To her, Kate! To her, widow! 100 marks, my Kate hath put her down. That's my office. Spoke like an officer. Heart to thee, lad.
How likes Gremio these quick-witted folks?
Believe me, sir, they butt together well.
Head and butt. And hasty-witted body would say their head and butt or head and horn.
Aye, Mistress Bride, hath that awakened thee?
Aye, but not frightened me. Therefore I'll sleep again.
Nay, that you shall not. Now that you have begun, have at you for a bitter jest or two.
Am I your bird? I mean to shift my bush, and you pursue me as you draw your bow? You are welcome all.
She hath prevented me. Here, Senior Tranio. This bird you aimed at, so you hit or not. Therefore, a health to all that shot and missed.
Oh, sir, Lucentio slipped me like his greyhound, which runs himself and catches for his master.
A good swift simply, but something currish.
'Tis well, sir, that you hunted for yourself. 'Tis not your deer does hold you at bay.
Oh, Petruchio, Tranio hits you now.
I thank thee for that good Tranio.
Confess, confess, hath he not hit you here?
He hath a little galled me, I confess. And as the jest did glance away from me, 'tis 10 to 1 it maimed you two outright.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, for assurance, let each one send unto his wife. And he whose wife is most obedient to come at first when he does send for her, shall win the wager which we shall propose.
Content, what's the wager?
20 crowns.
20 crowns? I'll venture so much of my hawk or hound, but 20 times so much upon my wife.
100 then?
Content. A match, 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That shall I. Biondello, bid thy mistress come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half beyond your comes.
I'll have no halves. I'll bear it all myself. How now? What news?
Sir, my mistress sends you word that she is busy and she cannot come.
How now? She is busy, she cannot come? Is that an answer?
Aye, and a kind one too. Pray God, sir, your wife send you not a worse.
I hope better.
Sir Biondello, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith. Oh ho, entreat her?
Nay, then she needs must come.
I am afraid, sir. Do what you can. Yours will not be entreated. Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jests in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse, she will not come? Oh, vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sirrah Grumio, go to your mistress. Say I command her come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
A fouler fortune mine, and there's an end.
Now, by my holiday, here comes Katerina.
I pray you, sir, what is your will that you send for me?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit, conferring by the parlor fire.
Go and fetch them hither. If they deny to come, swinge me them forth soundly into their husbands. Away, I say, and bring them hither straight.
Here is a wonder, if you talk of a wonder.
And so it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Merry peace it bodes, and love and quiet life, an awful rule and right supremacy, and to be short, what not that's sweet and happy.
Now, fair befall thee, good Petruchio. The wager thou hast won, and to their losses I will add 20,000 crowns. Another dowry to another daughter, for she is changed as she had never been.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet, and show more sign of her obedience, her new-built virtue and obedience. See where she comes, and brings your froward wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion. Catherine, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with that bottle. Throw it underfoot.
Lord, let me never have a cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass.
Fie, what foolish duty call you this?
I would your duty were as foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 100 crowns since supper time.
The poor fool you for laying on my duty.
Catherine, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie, fie, amid that threatening, unkind brow, dare not scornful glances from those eyes, to whom thy lord, thy king, thy governor, it blots thy beauty as frost do bite the meads, confounds thy famous whirlwind shake fair buds, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A fountain, a woman moved, is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. And while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labors both by sea and land, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, whilst thou liest warm at home, safe and secure, and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as the subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. And when she is froward, peevish, sullen, soured, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul contending slave, and graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war where they should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway, when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in the world? But that our soft conditions and our hearts may well agree with our external parts. Come, come, you froward and enable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours. My heart is great, my reason haply more, to many word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weakness past compare, that seeming to be most, that which we indeed least are. Then veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hands beneath your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench. Come on, kiss me, Kate.
Well, go thy ways.
Tis a good hearing when children are toward.
But a harsh hearing when women are froward.
Come, Kate, we'll to bed. We three are married, but you two are sped. 'Twas I won the wager, though you hit the white, and being a winner, God give you good night. Now go thy ways. Thou hast tamed a cursed shrew.
'Tis a wonder, by your leave, she will be tamed so.